Mhm. So I think that I was a bit perplexed that a lot of people didn't kind of hone in on that part
Right.
of the topic.
Hmm.
Just because obviously, I'm not saying that all Black people will vote Democrat, but it has been historically a thing where people of color, I should say, typically follow the
Democrat.
Democrat candidate.
Right.
So
Fair to
I
say.
think he didn't really, pander as much as I
Right.
thought he would. Pander is a bad word, but I mean, I expected a lot of that. But I mean, he told the truth, about some things concerning the police, and I think that's a hot topic right now. So I was surprised by that. I was surprised that he explicitly said that he does not want to defund the police. That was very surprising to me. So,
Right. So
but
so
Oh, Trump also said before this is probably 10 to 15 minutes before Biden brought up the white supremacy stuff.
mhm.
Trump's called, well, said to Biden that he called back in the 90s. He created a bill that locked
Locked
up
a bunch of.
locked up millions of black people. So
hmm
he said that Biden stated in the media, I haven't seen a clip or anything like that, but he stated that Biden said on camera that he thought black people were predators. And
So
when he said that, Biden said nothing. He said nothing for a good.
I did watch that. I did see that.
So I saw that as well. I've been looking into like this sentiment of, because he's not just saying that about Biden, he's saying that about Camilla a lot.
Right.
Just the policies that she kind of put in place, or laws that she put in place when she was working
Okay.
in the judicial system. So I don't even know if he really meant that towards him. He might have meant it towards Camilla because he's just, sometimes a little wary. But
Right.
no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I think that Joe Biden has been in politics for a long time. Like, he
hmm
kept reminding us 47 years last night. I was like, oh my God, if I hear the number 47
Yeah.
one more time, and shoot myself in the
47
face.
is the new
Oh my
number.
God. I was like, is he
47
47
is the
years
number.
old? I had to
No.
realize this man is like
No,
80
Donald
and
Trump
he
was on his
is,
head about his
yeah.
time then. So he
Yeah, he's
wasn't
been
playing
there
no
for a
games.
minute. I'm like, I got you, bro. He got tenure. But
Right.
pretty much he's been there for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I can't, I'm not going to say that somebody who's been there for that long hasn't done something that has not been beneficial to Black people,
Right.
especially concerning the prison system, because this country has used that as a tool to fuck us over.
Right.
So if he's been in politics, I mean, what else was he doing? You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Right.
So, I mean, those arguments, I don't typically care so much for. Um, I just think it's interesting, like, what we accept once we finally get faced with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
just a month ago, we were all, nah, F the police, defund the police, we don't need the police, we can do it by the community, this is that and the third,
hmm
and all of this, and it's just like nothing. Nobody cares. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just my take.
No, I definitely see where you're coming from. Honestly, for stuff like that, like you said, I really can't base that on his character now, given the fact of how long it was ago. I do think he does have an underline for I wouldn't just say black people, but I'll just say minorities as a whole. I'm really just trying to more so see his standpoint with us. I know he's trying to um kind of be on board with us, and I feel like he's trying to push us towards the same direction. But to your
Do
point
you
of
guys
not
think he doesn't have a choice, though? Just being the Black,
right,
being
and
in
that's
that that
that's
that
that's
that
perfect.
office, then he
hmm
doesn't have a choice but to pander because he was with a Black president. Like, if he didn't pander, it would look crazy. You know what I
Right.
mean? He would look racist if he didn't pander to me,
Mm.
I think.
And that's why I feel like I'm not going to vote for either one of them, because I feel like pretty much the entirety of the debate was Trump getting asked questions, and Trump says something, and then Biden says his take. But Biden, I feel like, didn't really give too much as what he would do as a president. He just
I
sort
agree.
of just was defending himself.
Right.
I agree.
That's
Both of
Trump
them
was
were defense. It was
considering.
all defense. They
yeah.
didn't
That's
give
Yeah.
that's how I was about to say.
they
It's not. It wasn't proactive. Like it wasn't to the
productive.
point. It wasn't to the point where we're finding something new. Like what are we gonna do to better us from here on? It sounds like
And I
some
can
of the
almost blame that on the questions, though. That's why I asked you from the beginning, like, what were the questions? Because it seemed
well,
like every question they asked was just in defense of, okay, did you do this? Did you say this? Like, not, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Just like the taxes thing.
I
I mean, understandably, it's a thing. But why did that need to be a question in the debates?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Like
like that was a
that's
hot
a
topic for
defense.
them, like for people who cared enough to know if he paid taxes or not. To me, it doesn't. It matters to me, but more so, I would want to care about what's going to happen next. You know what I
What are
mean?
you going
Like
to do
that,
as president? It's a
right?
presidential debate. So I
Right.
get
It's
you
not
might
just
have
your own
done your
speech,
taxes wrong,
right?
but you know,
So,
that's just
yeah. Last night was just.
they.
Last night was a
I don't think they
disaster.
asked good questions. I don't think they asked good questions.
I wouldn't
I
say it
think
was
they
bad
asked
questions
hot
though.
topics. They asked things that they knew people wanted to watch and hear. It almost seemed like it was for entertainment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I watched other debates where they asked about specific policies, specific things. They didn't ask about any of that.
I mean, you
Yeah.
saw
They didn't ask
the
about not one policy that Donald Trump has implemented. They didn't ask about not one. And they didn't ask about one and put it in respect of, okay, Joe Biden as the Democrat candidate. What are you going to do in response
Well,
to that?
I would say they did implement one. It was only one that I heard, and that's when he was getting on him of why he was trying to get rid of the Obamacare if he hasn't established a health care plan in the last 4 years. Like, what was his health care plan? And all he would then follow up with to say is that it'll be better than Obamacare. The people in his corner says that the Obamacare is terrible, beyond repair, and that he would have to
It was a lot of criticism.
formulate a new health plan. But what health plan? You've been in the office 4 years, and we don't have nothing new from you. But you want us to give you another 4 years to try to figure it out? Like, it doesn't make sense to
um
me.
I
a
mean,
lot
I'm
of
sure he's implemented policies. I'm just
Yeah.
questioning the program on what content they want us to hear. You
Right.
know,
The
like
questioning
they
I can agree with you on. The questioning was like just basically touchy topics that's been the most broadcasted. Like, obviously race is
it's
the
almost
big.
like they wanted them to argue.
Yeah, yeah. And that's all it
yeah, I
was, an
mean,
argument, not a real debate.
yeah, the way they had the thumbnail in most of the videos that they posted online,
The
it was
one you
kind of
sent
funny
me,
because they had it,
yeah.
yeah, they were like head on. So yeah, that's definitely for clicks. But I mean, at the end of the day, most people don't watch TV. Uh, most people are online, so
That's
that's how they'll
true.
get
So
what
they
people
had
to
to do
check
it.
in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of people are against Trump because when it comes to healthcare, his main focus is, keeping his military suited. And yeah, so he brought up how, and I'm just bringing up all of his stuff because he brought up a lot of stuff, and he was going at Biden, and Biden was basically just responding. So he
Right.
said 300K veterans died because there was no proper health care when Obama was in office, and yeah, so that's just one thing that he said.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, and then it's like we gotta fact check him too. Like you can't even go off of what he said. Like, did that happen?
Honestly,
well,
it's
he also kept stating, he kept saying this at the end of the debate. He kept saying that um the military supports him, like all the generals support him, law
right.
enforcement supports him.
Law
And I thought
enforcement.
I thought it was really funny when he was attacking Biden because he was like, "Who supports you? Who supports you? Nobody supports you. Law
Yeah.
enforcement doesn't support you."
Right.
I just
He
thought,
was
yeah,
attacking him with that. He
yeah,
was using that against him. He
He's
was
a
using that against him.
bully. He's
Yeah.
yeah.
a
But
bully.
I don't doubt
But
though, because he doesn't
but
stop law enforcement or chime
I
in
don't.
on.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them should be president in my opinion. But I gotta respect Trump's confidence, like because
Do you think he's
he's
confident
a
or he's
I
just
don't think he's
a
confident at all. I think
no
he's
businessman?
just
no.
I think he's
arrogant.
a
I think he's
businessman. He's a
arrogant.
salesman. He's a
He's
Well, I
salesman.
arrogant.
I've
mean,
met
what?
too many men that speak like him, who say
Listen,
nothing but speak that way. Like,
well,
But he
what
he
he
was basically. I felt like he was sunning Biden because Biden, you're coming to a debate, you need to be ready, and you like it was times
but
where
the
well,
thing
was it a
is,
debate though, or was it more just like a?
right?
Was it more just like?
First of all, we have to understand this. People
what's
have
the
been saying this for a long time. This man has a speech impediment, Joe Biden. He is
Right.
also old as
oh okay.
hell. Okay,
Yeah.
so that man, Donald Trump, knows that. That man knows that he wouldn't be a strong
How
debater
old is
just
Joe
based off.
Biden? I gotta look
He
that up.
got if he's been in the office, if he's been around for
47
47 years.
years.
Remember that
Yeah.
47 years. We can't forget that. He got to be 80,
Yeah.
maybe. You know,
I gotta
I
something.
look that
said
up
So
right
he's
80.
now.
old. He's old, and it's just
Yeah,
like
God.
he has this speech impediment. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Donald Trump having this kind of like abrasive, I'm gonna get
Mhm.
in on him. Everything he say, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in.
Right.
Awesome tactic for this man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Great. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you had a boisterous person, you would kind of want to try to take the high road, and
Mhm.
which is what Biden tried to do with
Oh,
not
they're
interrupting.
both
And
old.
yeah, they're old as hell. They're old as
Yeah.
both of them.
It says Donald Trump is 74 and Joe Biden is 77.
They're
Yeah.
80 years
They
old. I
old.
wasn't playing.
They old.
So
And
I
they acting
mean,
like this though.
the thing is, Donald Trump is a businessman. He's a
Mhm.
salesman. He's gonna know how to talk. Period. Whether he knows what he's talking about or not, he's gonna talk that shit.
Mhm.
So Biden is not that person. So
Right.
I mean, I think it can look like it, but I think I definitely saw that Donald Trump didn't like. It didn't seem like he was prepared for anything.
Right.
Like I think that Biden actually did have some things that he wanted to speak
Right.
about, and he did somewhat, but he just got off like trapped it just by this man being a animal, you know,
Right.
to this 80-year-old man. You know, I know he's 82, but this is two different types of 80. So
Honestly, I don't think
he's
Donald Trump
just,
won. I don't think Donald Trump won anything. It's hard to say who won, but if you ask me for
I think
mine,
it's a
Joe
draw.
Biden, Joe Biden had a better representation because at least he was talking about something before getting interrupted. Donald Trump
One
was
thing I did think that bothered me
just
about
rambling.
Biden's approach was the thing that he kept doing where he thought he was saying something real good and he would look at you like this. I'm gonna do
Into the
this and
camera?
I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm like, boy, stop.
You the
We
people.
know,
You the people.
like,
You the people.
shut up. We got you.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
the
we
people that's
listening
gonna
to
vote for
you
you gonna vote for
already.
you.
We
You know
here.
what I'm
We
saying?
here
Like
already.
he was trying to do that to connect with the
He
people. I
like
get it,
he
but
be
like,
looking and then he'll pan right into the camera like you
yeah,
people
like,
need help.
boy,
I'm like, all right, we hear
that just
you.
seems so played out. But
Forced. I feel
yeah,
you.
yeah, very forced, very forced.
Yeah. No, I
But
got it.
yeah, I don't think that Donald Trump was very prepared at all. I think Donald Trump was prepared to be on the defense. He knew that he was
Right.
coming in on the defense
Mhm.
because honestly, when they first started, it seemed like him and the moderator had beef prior. Like, because it seemed
Right.
like the moderator had said in the beginning, something along the lines of like, we not gonna play this game that you like to play. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
the moderator seems like he had already kind
On
of
edge. He told
made
him.
it that way, you know.
Yeah,
So
he told him. He said, "Respect the 2 minutes uninterrupted." He said it numerous times, and Donald Trump was just not for it. Donald Trump even said it in there at one point. He was like, "I feel like I'm debating you, not Biden,"
right, he did. He did say
because they
that.
were going back and forth that much. They were going
He
back and
did.
forth that much. But I mean, honestly, bad debate. All together, it's just a horrible debate. No one really got to stress any points, policies of what they're gonna do to help better us
Good TV
or
though.
the
I'm really
country.
starting to
So
think it's just for good TV.
yeah,
That's really it.
entertainment.
That's all
It
I
did
think
make
it
it,
is.
but you got to remember, Donald Trump did come from entertainment.
Yeah.
He did come
Reality
from
Yeah. I
star.
entertainment,
mean,
so he carried that over his whole.
That's what I'm
He
saying,
carried that
man.
over to his whole presidency. His whole presidency, he's been like that since the moment he had his first rally. He's always been in this kind of character mode. Like I don't know. To me, it doesn't feel authentic, but it gives other people a voice for them, for that side. I'm not gonna say which side, but it gives them a voice for them to want to
Hmm.
speak up and stand by that and feel entitled. But I don't feel like it's a country thing. I feel like it's more if you're on his level, he's gonna help y'all go up. But if anybody else, you either gonna catch up or get left.
yeah.
That's
I
how I
mean, I
feel
think that's the
about
premise
about
of
his approach.
America. You know, that is the
Right.
premise of the whole
Well,
setup.
yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
definitely.
You
People
know,
just want to
but I think
capitalize.
in the realm of them too, I think they are both very odd matchups to be doing this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm more excited for Pence and Camilla, to be honest, because they might be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they seem a little bit more quick-witted.
Right.
They seem a little bit more on topic. You know what I mean? Like those
Mm-hmm.
should be very exciting. And I know they're gonna come at her pretty hard because they got a lot of criticism for her. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, to
I
me,
didn't learn anything.
I don't really
Takeaways.
see me either. I don't know who's the best candidate. Obviously, we have our opinions on both, but I feel like it's just two people that's together to make it work, and you got to be in the middle of, well, who am I riding with? Like, it's not really
Right.
somebody that, for me personally, it's not somebody that I feel strong behind. Like, you're gonna do it for us. Like, yeah, like I know that we're gonna get better from this point on. Like, I don't feel that with either person. You just in a spot where it's like, which one are you
Didn't
going
leave
with,
people
and
with
which one
much
are you gonna
hope.
be happy to? Right, which one are you gonna be able to sleep at night that you chose? That's how I feel. It's like which one is gonna help you sleep better from the other one. So that's how I feel about the whole debate that had went down. But yeah, like you said, nothing learned, nothing gained. It was just good entertainment, I guess. Just
I
a lot
did
of
learn that he wants
arguing.
to defund the police. That was one point I needed to know. He does not want to defund the
Mm-hmm.
police. That's one thing that I did
Yeah, it
learn, and
does
I
not.
didn't
About
know,
to
and
say, oh yeah, I
I
was about
wanted
to
to hear
let you know
that.
it does not.
Yeah, does not believe in that. That's one thing I did learn. That's it. Didn't learn anything else though. So, but
Okay.
oh, I did learn that
Yeah.
his son did
So,
cocaine. I didn't know that. Did y'all know his son did cocaine?
well, I don't think that's a good takeaway, but he did
Yeah, I
bring it
did.
up though. He did
That's
bust it
one thing
out.
I didn't
He
know.
did
Did y'all
bust it
know
out.
It was
because he
T.
was.
It was
Yeah,
Fly.
no,
It was
he was
Fred.
talking
I
about
had
his
no
son
idea.
Hunter Biden, because he thought he was talking
Oh.
about Bo Biden, so he tried to stand hard for Bo Biden,
Okay,
but
wait. So he
he was
said
like,
that
no, we
somebody
talking
took
about
money. So did the one who did cocaine or crack
that's
take money?
Hunter Biden.
Oh, okay.
Hunter Biden. That's who it is. Bo Biden is the one who was actually a vet who did this, who got the I think he said it was the Brown
Oh.
Star. I don't know if I'm
Oh, right.
speculating. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't
When he
really
got
yeah,
real
remember,
he
but
said
emotional
that.
about it. He got real
yeah,
emotional about it. Yeah. I
yeah.
thought he
He
was
was
gonna
speaking
cry.
about
I
he was
felt so
representing
bad.
Bo Biden. Me too. I
Okay.
did think he was going to crack, but
I thought
then
he was
Donald
about to
Trump was
cry.
like, no.
Well, what
Donald
did
Trump was like,
he say?
we're
He's
talking about Hunter
when he
Biden.
what did Biden say? Because I remember when he brought up his son because he said Trump said something bad about the military or something like that. He said something like that's why he
Losers. He
brought
was
up his
talking
son.
about when Donald Trump called
Oh
them
yeah,
losers. He was talking about Donald Trump was
yeah.
calling the military losers and
Oh,
all of that,
okay.
which Donald Trump has said. Donald Trump has made comments about like even if you was captured as a prisoner of war, he said that means you're weak because you allowed them to capture you.
Wow.
Okay. And the
That's
military
that's
supports
crazy.
him?
That's
Where's his
crazy, right?
credibility for that?
Well,
I didn't know about
they
that.
got a space force now, so we
Mm.
doing
I
we out here doing anything.
think
So space
I
force,
think
that's crazy.
earlier before I got the military, this is one thing that people liked about him in the military is that he raised the pay a little bit or something like that. He raised the percentage
Mm.
of our
Hmm.
pay. So it's like it's
Mm.
always a give and a take. It's like,
Do this for me, I'll do this for you.
yeah. Um
Right,
I you
it's a
brought this
favor for a
point up,
favor.
Dre, you brought this point up earlier about
Hmm.
quote me if I'm wrong, but you said something about like you believe that the ballots are rigged or like there's something that
Yeah, I
goes
feel like they're
into like voting.
manipulated in a sense. Yeah,
Okay.
they're manipulated in a
Manipulated vote.
sense.
Because that towards the end, Trump brought up um this was when they got their last 4 minutes in. He brought up that he basically panned at the camera and he said, "Hey, all my supporters, make sure you go out and vote and make sure you keep your eyes peeled because they're throwing my name into trash cans or something like that." He said
Mm.
there are various
Hmm.
situations where he saw Trump in trash bins because people were trying to like manipulate the voting against him.
Um, I wouldn't say that it's far fetched to believe
I
that
mean, I
somebody's
wouldn't
doing
either.
that. But at the same but at the same time, he's trying to use that as a point of, hey, if I see anything going on with this election, then I might not step down. Like, who are you?
It's
Like,
also
if you
good
lose, you
marketing.
lose.
He's basically telling all his Trump
It
supporters,
is.
"Hey, go vote. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you not
So watch
voting,
out.
go vote." Yeah,
Or if he
Right.
loses, oh, I didn't
But
really lose. It was rigged because he's a bad loser.
right.
You
And
know
he's
what
not
I
gonna
mean?
say he said that. He said that. He went on
I'm
record
not gonna
saying that
lose.
if he
Period.
feels like it's rigged, he's not gonna hand it over to whoever's president, which will be Joe Biden. If Joe Biden wins, he's like, I'm not handing it over because I feel like it's rigged. So it's like you got somebody who either wants to win fair, or if he lose, he's still gonna win, or still wants to
Yeah.
win. So
Period.
it's hard to
I
fight
mean,
somebody like that.
I'd
It's
hope that there are going to be a lot of different loopholes he's going to have to jump through from that for that. You know what I mean? If he really does
right,
try to come out and
right,
say, "All right, this whole thing was rigged because I didn't win," you know, like I
right.
hope that it's not
Yeah,
like a
because
big circus about that, and we don't have a
right,
president for fucking I
because
don't
that's
know how long.
debatable. Right.
You know what I
Like
mean?
who are
Like
you to say if it's rigged or not? We just came off of an election with him and Hillary, and they said it was rigged on her side. Like
the Russian
they
thing, yeah.
rigged some votes for Trump to win. So you are the last one to speak on speculations of manipulations for votes. Like who cares about your take if you think something's manipulated? That's all corny to me. Like if you
Yeah.
lose, get the hell out of the office. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
that's just
He
me.
seems like a sore loser though. But I think all in all,
Hmm.
in my opinion, I think it's really great like the conversations that we're starting to have, you know, just because people actually watched it. You know what I mean? Like I think
Right.
I think this election, like you were saying before, you just can't connect with either one of these people. And I think that that happens
Hmm.
sometimes in elections. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people overlook that point. But I think that it's
Hmm.
good that young people are even entertained by this because maybe that means that the next time we have an election or the next time we have one, you know, they'll be more open to
Hmm.
that realm of life where they can connect with a candidate that
Right.
they can go out and confidently vote for. So even if this is just a big circus sham for TV kind of thing and it's entertaining people, I think it still has its positive because it's opening up people to a way or a realm of their life that they have a choice in that they may not have been thinking about before. I've seen so many memes all day. all day about this debate. Like it's a
Yeah,
joke. It's a huge joke.
I
But it's
definitely.
like maybe some good will come out of that, you know? So I think it's a good thing,
Well,
all in all, a little bit.
I'm praying. I'm praying for the best thing to happen. For I hope people are paying attention. I hope people are listening. I hope people going to
Yeah.
actually
And we got a few
take in
more coming up
consideration
too.
to have, yeah, taking consideration actually who you're voting for. Take a little bit of time to like do some research, man. We ain't got to just keep listening to what everybody tell us to do. You got your own voice. That's what America is supposed to be founded on, is speaking up for yourself and having your own thought process and having your own voice. So use that. Take a look and see who you want to vote for, and actually pay attention to
Democracy.
what they have to say that they're going right. That see what they got to say and actually stand behind what you're putting down. We got anything else to add?
Bonus round. We didn't talk about one last
Oh,
thing that they brought up. They were talking
what's that?
about the climate change, global warming. They were talking about California fires.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on that? They were saying Trump didn't do enough to stop basically California from going to shit from all the fires,
Uh-huh.
wildfires.
Um, I think the environment is always like a common criticism when the election starts coming
Uh-huh.
around. I feel like every president never does enough for that part
Uh-huh.
of
Right.
what we need. I think
Uh-huh.
it's a kind of like an ongoing thing that typically environmental issues and environmental concerns are typically a far left thing, and which would be a far Democrat thing. So I don't think that Donald Trump cares too much because his constituents are Republican, and a lot. I'm not gonna say Republicans don't care, but like I said, environmental issues and environmental progression has almost seemed like a very Democratic, liberal pursuit. So I think Donald Trump
Right.
wasn't really, too concerned with that. But it did open up my eyes to Biden, where he let it turn into an argument. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring up Barack Obama, but I will. He had always at least had a plan for his environment. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
whenever you kind of go back
Uh-huh.
to his debate, he had something clear to say about the environment all the time. You know what I mean? It's a liberal thing, and I feel like Biden dropped the ball on that a little bit, where he could have maybe really connected with some people on his side by really telling us what the
Right.
Biden deal is. I think he mentioned that, saying, "Oh no, mine's is the Biden deal," trying to argue Donald Trump that, "Oh no, I
Right.
never said that. I never said that. This is the Biden deal," but never said what the Biden deal was. So
Right.
I don't think Donald Trump cares, but I do think that Joe Biden dropped the ball on really just expressing himself on his views and what exactly he feels like needs to be done at this point, rather than arguing with Donald Trump.
Got
I
you.
do. I agree with everything you said. I really don't have nothing else to rebuttal with that. I agree 100% what you said.
I will
100%.
say
I
one
feel like
thing.
he does not care at all.
The the wildfires. Everybody in California, I will say this. It is the desert. It does get hot sometimes. I don't know too much about everything that goes into it. They talked about smart cars, electric cars.
Mhm.
They talked about how fossil fuels. They talked about all that different things, how it's affecting the climate. And yes, it gets very hot in California, very humid. Uh,
Mhm.
People just need to be careful, I would say, because the last time we had a wildfire in California, it was because of a gender reveal,
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah, gender
I don't
reveal.
know.
I
Yeah,
think. I
yeah, it
think. I
was a
think I
gender
saw. I
reveal.
think I heard
It was
that.
a gender reveal. I don't know exactly what they used. I think it was like fireworks or something.
Maybe it was. Yeah,
So
that
they
makes sense.
opened, they let it off a family, and then it burned a tree, and then it spread throughout Northern California.
That's ridiculous. I mean, well,
So
that makes me kind of think
This.
maybe it should be a state thing then, where,
yeah,
y'all got to really get on y'all people a little bit closer at the local level, where there are different local laws as to where you can't do stuff in this area where it's so
Right.
like, you know, like such a mountainous terrain, or like trees everywhere, like a baby thing caused a wildfire. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that's
not.
that's very crazy. We just gotta be careful out there. Basically, just be careful and
Yeah.
watch what you're doing. That's the best advice you could give anybody, because it's hard to see
Yeah.
when something could happen mistakenly. So
Right.
you just gotta be more mindful of where you at. Just be a little bit more careful. Because we need
But
our
they totally
environment.
did not.
That's
They
first
didn't
and
even
foremost.
really talk about the environment. They talked about a deal that neither one of them said that they had any type of merit to, and that was it. So I don't
Mhm.
know what they're going to do about the environment.
Hopefully in the next debate or the next encounter, they'll have a lot more to say with a lot less interruptions. So that way we can
I
actually
wonder if they're
start
going to
to.
have the same moderator. They need to get a
I
new
hope
moderator
so.
because I think that man Chris is going to knock
Nah,
Donald Trump out the next time. He's
nah.
not going for
I
it.
want
He's
to
not
keep
going
him.
for
I
it
need to
anymore.
keep him around. I like his energy. I like the energy he brings.
I think it's too much. You know what I mean? I feel like the more it went on, it
Nah,
was more
that's
combative because of him. I
well.
like him though,
No, that
Yeah,
but
that
I
is
he's
no
true
no
he's
because
not.
no.
You know what I'm
although
saying?
yeah, although Donald Trump was interrupting him, if the moderator would have just sat back and just waited
And
to give
said
the
nothing.
questions,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, it would have been a more we probably would have
Control.
learned a lot more because
Because he kept
I
trying to
didn't
get him
learn
to shut
much. I
up.
didn't learn anything from the debate, honestly, other than the
Right.
fact that I thought it was entertaining. That's my
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
thought on
I
that.
feel like we. I feel
I
like
mean,
we
I
all in the
think,
same
yeah,
bubble.
he was a
Let's
little
get it
bit too
together.
emotional,
Let's get it
Christopher
together,
Wallace.
man. You know
He
what I'm
was.
saying? Yeah, he was. He was definitely in his feelings that Donald Trump was not listening to what
He
he
was
was
in his
trying to
feelings
say.
about being there.
Yeah,
He
he
showed
didn't
up and
want to
was
be there
like, I
for the
can't
jump
stand this
though.
man. I don't
But
like this man.
yeah, we hoping for some more things, man. So like I say, still go out, register to vote, for you can vote, still voice your opinion, still lock in, pay
Educate
attention.
yourself, you know.
Thank you. Like
Mhm.
just look up some things, just look into policies, look at what they're going to do for you and for your future. If you got kids, think about them. It's just a lot that goes into it. More than just who you voting for. It's all about the setup of where we're gonna go for the next 4 years. Because this whoever wins is getting another 4 years. You gotta be mindful of that. Like you're gonna be with them for 4 more years. Like you gotta really pay attention to the type of people you're voting for. But with that being said, do we have anything left for them, or did we get it all out on the table?
Oh,
No,
I
I
believe
think
we did. We talked
we got him.
we
All
talked
right.
about everything. We talked about the climate control. We talked
Mhm.
about Black Lives
You
Matter
almost missed
movement,
that. You were clutch for that.
Yeah,
white
that was a nice.
supremacists.
Uh-huh.
We talked about basically we got all the key points. COVID-19 tax reform.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I am indifferent. How are you guys feel?
Well, I'm still the same. I have my decision made up in my head, but I won't disclose until after
I
I
know
vote.
that's very good. That's
Go in
very
your
good. That's
room.
very
I'm
I
good.
won't
working.
disclose. I won't
Go.
disclose until after I vote. Sierra.
Um, I'm going to vote Democrat for Biden
Okay.
because Kamala Harris is a Black woman and she
Uh-huh.
went to a HBCU. So I will not vote for her because I'm a Black woman and I went to a
I
HBCU.
gotta look
Okay.
into her because I
So
don't know too much about her.
Represent for that. I'm not mad
get
at
into
it.
her. Honestly, I don't like her that much. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. But like I said previously, there's some things I don't want to put my name by. I
Right.
really do not want to put my name by. I don't want to say this either, but
Right.
there's been speculation about some interesting things Joe Biden
Mm-hmm.
might have done outside of the realm of politics.
Right.
So that's the type of person I really would hate to put my name by. But she just represents so much. It would be too much first for me not to do it.
I
My
understand that.
like just my own personal things.
Right.
Having somebody in the White House from a historically
Right.
Black university is a big deal. So I'm gonna go.
Okay. Maybe we can get her in on one of these topics and actually dive into her. Because I feel like we should have probably talked about her, or we can get to that. Because I actually do want to go
Well,
more
she'll
into
be doing some debates with
yeah.
Pence, so
So
we'll
I
hear from
definitely
her.
want to. I definitely want to hear
Mhm.
that take that she's going to have. Because I do need to see who our potential vice president, well, first Black woman vice president, has to say and what she's going to bring to the office. But that's all the time we got for today. I thank my co-host Sierra and both Christopher Henderson, both being here again for another episode. Make sure that y'all do like, comment, subscribe, leave comments on topics that you would like to hear us discuss, so that way we can get to them. And please don't be shy to tell a friend to come subscribe and listen to this podcast. All right.
Let us know also if we discussed everything in the debate, and if we hadn't,
Yeah.
let us know down in the comments below what else you think we could have covered.
All right.
Also, what are your thoughts on the debate? And if you don't mind sharing who you're going to vote for. But if you don't want to share, that's okay.
That's a
Just
fact.
comment. Let us know.
All you until
Thank
you
you.
on your piece, man. All right. Till next time. We out.
Hi guys.
Boom.